don't intend to say much. Obviously, I've been really privileged over the last couple of years to be the leader of the New South Wales Nationals in the upper house. That's a role that I'll continue in, and I'm excited to be a part of this leadership team. Obviously, having worked with Paul for the last couple of years, coming in together 10 years ago in the class of 2011, it's been a really fun time. And I think for us as the Nationals, it's an exciting time ahead. Bronnie and I have worked together very closely and been good friends for a number of years. It's so fantastic, as Paul said, that after 100 years, we really are seeing wonderful, strong representation from women in the National Party. It's a privilege and an honour for all of us each and every day that we come and serve our communities. We all love where we live, we're passionate, and we're a strong and united team. And I think that's really important. Our communities know that as Nationals, we will back them in every single day of the week, and we're all looking forward to getting on with the job. As Paul said, it's been a really tough time for so many of our communities. We are starting to see those opportunities now as we come out of lockdown, which is really exciting. There's a lot of work to do, and we're all looking forward just to getting on with the job.
Mr. Toole, there's some anger from councils out there about how you were behind the forced council amalgamations. The transfer of local roads is now a fraction of what it was pitched as. Do you think you've got some trust to rebuilding communities?
Well, I think whenever you do major reform, that's never easy. And, sometimes it may not even be popular, but sometimes it's actually done for the right reasons. And when we talk about road reclassification, this government said that we would be looking at taking back up to 15,000 kilometres of roads. We're on that pathway. We've had an independent panel that's been out there talking to councils. That was the first round of priority roads that were identified by the panel. We're committed to making sure that happens, but that is over an 8-year period. When Labor did this last time, it was over 10 years. And what they did, they handed roads back to councils and they gave them no support. What we want to do is actually fix the problem that they created. We want to make sure the right thing is done for those councils that have actually been impacted for years where they have had no support from government.
John Barilaro had a very particular style of how he went to back in the bush and also in his dealings with the coalition partner. How do you plan to tackle that relationship? Will you be similar to John Barilaro, or what do we expect from you as leader?
Yeah, look, I think, John's John, and, I'll certainly have my own style about how I'm going to be the leader, but I'll tell you this, you ask the Libs, I'm sure there's plenty of them, they'll tell you that I'm a pain in the arse, and there'll be plenty of them that'll tell you as well that, I'll fight for what's important in regional communities. So I do that in crisis cabinet. I'm not going to back down as well. And, if, Dom's probably about the right height, that I'll elbow him in the ribs if I have to, if I need to make sure that a point's been made about what's important. So, we've both got very different styles, but we've both worked very closely and alongside one another to actually get outcomes. And I think that's what's important for our communities across the state.
Speaking of crisis cabinet this afternoon,
Are you more